Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. If you haven't subscribed yet, now is the perfect time. Hit that button, turn on the notification bell, and share this video because what we're about to unpack is nothing short of explosive. For months, whispers have been swirling in Zimbabwe's political corridors, rumors hinting at cracks in the highest levels of power. And now, Vice President Constantino Chiwenga has finally broken his silence, unleashing shocking revelations about President Emmerson Mnangagwa's hidden secrets that could shake the very foundations of Zimbabwe's ruling elite. The revelation didn't come in a casual press statement or a carefully scripted speech. According to political insiders, Chiwenga chose a closed-door meeting with senior military and political figures to drop the bombshells, but as always in this age of leaks, details began seeping out almost instantly. By the next morning, the political grapevine was ablaze, with social media flooded by claims, counterclaims, and thinly veiled warnings from both camps. What's emerging from those leaks paints a picture of deep mistrust, bitter rivalry, and a dangerous political chess game that has been playing out in the shadows for years. At the heart of Chiwenga's alleged revelations is a series of accusations about Mnangagwa's dealings that, if true, could rewrite the story Zimbabweans have been told since the so-called New Dispensation began in 2017. Sources say Chiwenga accused the president of secretly hoarding vast sums of wealth in offshore accounts, using a complex web of business proxies to funnel state resources into private hands. These claims are not entirely new. Whispers about financial irregularities have followed Mnangagwa for years, but hearing them voiced openly by the man who was once his closest ally makes them far more dangerous. But the financial allegations were just the opening act. Chiwenga is said to have gone further, lifting the veil on what he called Mnangagwa's parallel power network, a hidden circle of advisors and operatives who wield influence outside the formal government structure. This group, according to Chiwenga, has been quietly steering key policy decisions, controlling access to state contracts, and even influencing appointments in the military and judiciary. If the claims are accurate, it would mean that real power in Zimbabwe is not in the cabinet or parliament, but in an invisible inner sanctum loyal only to Mnangagwa personally. Perhaps most shocking of all were the allegations related to events in 2017, during the military intervention that ousted Robert Mugabe. Chiwenga, who played a central role in that operation, reportedly told the gathering that Mnangagwa had made private promises to senior military leaders, promises about land, businesses, and immunity from prosecution, and then reneged on them once he secured the presidency. This, if true, would explain the simmering resentment within certain military circles and could be the real reason behind the growing rift between the two men. Observers are now asking the obvious question, why now? Chiwenga has been silent for years, often appearing alongside Mnangagwa in public, projecting unity even as speculation mounted about tensions behind closed doors. Some analysts believe this sudden outburst is a calculated move, timed to coincide with the approaching election season and growing public dissatisfaction with the government's handling of the economy. By speaking now, Chiwenga may be positioning himself as the alternative, the man who can clean house and restore trust in leadership. The Mnangagwa camp, of course, is not taking this lightly. Within hours of the first leaks, state-aligned commentators were in full damage control mode, dismissing the allegations as fabricated lies designed to destabilize the government. They accused Chiwenga of being bitter over losing influence and of plotting to undermine the president's authority. Some went further, suggesting that Chiwenga himself had skeletons in his closet, from alleged involvement in diamond deals to questionable property acquisitions, and that his attack was a preemptive strike to shield himself from future investigations. The tension is palpable, and Zimbabwe's political landscape now feels like a loaded powder keg. Both men are veterans of the liberation struggle, both wield considerable influence in the military, and both have loyalists embedded deep within the state machinery. If this rivalry escalates into an open showdown, it could split the ruling ZANU-PF and destabilize the country in ways not seen since the Mugabe era. Ordinary citizens, already grappling with inflation, unemployment, and daily economic struggles, could find themselves caught in the crossfire of a political war among elites. Internationally, this brewing feud has raised eyebrows. Diplomatic missions in Harare are quietly assessing whether the rift could lead to instability or even another military intervention. Western governments, already critical of Mnangagwa's human rights record, may see Chiwenga's revelations as further evidence of deep-rooted corruption. Meanwhile, regional powers like South Africa and Botswana are likely to tread carefully, mindful of Zimbabwe's history of political upheaval spilling across borders. There's also the personal dimension to consider. Mnangagwa and Chiwenga's alliance was born out of necessity in 2017, when both saw removing Mugabe as the only way forward. But alliances forged in the heat of political crisis often crumble once the immediate threat is gone, and ambitions inevitably collide. For years, many in Harare's political circles have speculated that Chiwenga harbors presidential ambitions, perhaps believing that his role in the 2017 coup gives him a rightful claim to the top job. Mnangagwa, on the other hand, is known for his shrewd political instincts and his ability to neutralize rivals before they can mount a serious challenge. The coming weeks will be critical. Will Chiwenga double down, going public with his claims in a formal address or interview? Will Mnangagwa retaliate, using the state apparatus to sideline or even remove his deputy? Or will backroom negotiations and party discipline force a fragile truce, with both men bearing the hatchet, at least for now, to avoid a public split that could weaken ZANU-PF ahead of the next election? One thing is certain, the mask of unity has been ripped away. Whatever happens next, Zimbabweans now have a rare glimpse into the murky underworld of political power at the highest level, a world of secret deals, unspoken betrayals, and ambitions too big to share. And as the battle lines form, the question hanging in the air is simple but chilling: who will strike first, and who will survive the fallout? Stay locked in right here, because this is only the beginning of a political storm that could reshape Zimbabwe's future in ways none of us can yet predict.